Oh, today's the day for the Chevrolet. The song I just made up. It's a GMC. I don't know what year it is. But I do know this. Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. We're inside the 2012 Chevrolet, or GMC. The customer states he tried to do his own brake jobs because if he can do it and I can do it and everybody can do it, but evidently he could not get the rotors off. So, ooh, this pedal feels a little spongy. So he said, with a lot of other explicits, that he's done with it and he wants SMA to figure out why in the thunder he could not get his rotors off. And apparently he beat the living heck out of them, we'll call it. And I see over here on the driver's seat, or passenger seat rather, we got some CarQuest premium pads, the golds. And we got some rotors and some brake fluid. So we're not going to drive around because I don't know how well he put it together, but we'll go have a little look-see as what's happening. I talked to Mrs. O. Evidently the customer did all the rest of the stuff, and we can see through here, brand new pads, brand new calipers, no hardware. He left all the hardware off it, kind of weird. He just wants the rotors replaced, and that is it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just hoping we don't take it apart and find out he just forgot to take the screw out. Wouldn't that be something? Oh my gosh. There's still a torque spit in it, folks. If that baby is seized in there, we'll know. We'll know why what happened, but hopefully that's not the case. We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna peel the whole caliper bracket all one chunk. Maybe he left all the hardware and stuff off it for a reason. Don't really know, but that's what we're gonna do. I know there's a lot of folks that have a theory, especially around here in the Rust Belt, that if you leave the hardware off, you have less of a tendency for the pad to seize. So perhaps that's why it was done like that. I don't know. We got to back this off a little. Typically the rotors on these Chevrolets, they don't come off too hard, generally speaking. So there's that. Yeah, pads are definitely super loose in there. Let's set that up there for right now. Well, she got some marks on the front of her, let me tell you. That's what frustration looks like, folks. That's all from the hammer. Expected a little worse. Maybe the other side's a little better for us. I almost feel bad. Almost. We're out of never sees, or not never sees, fluid film. Waiting for a few cases to show up. I don't know how that happened. I just went and looked. It's all MIA. So I called to order some cases, and they're all out, so I won't have any till tomorrow. And I'm waiting for my I just ran out of my 55-gallon drum too. Jeez. Who's keeping track of inventory around this place? So we're gonna paint her up like the Tin Man. This way the next time this feller does his rotors, he'll be like, hey, the suckers will come right off. Providing I take the screw out of them. But I'm thinking that it can't be that simple. I'm betting that when we go on the other side, that's gonna be the bad one, is my thought. Maybe. If not, boy, I don't know what to tell this young man. I was telling them they were stuck, man. You're right, them babies were stuck. Okay. Well, let's see. Here we go. stick that baby back up there. And put the torque spit back in it. We will give it a snug-a-dugga. That is a little bit lighter than a nugga-dugga. This is snug-a-dugga. Just like that, 1/4 inch dry. She's kind of weak. Snug-a-dugga. All the hardware was inside the vehicle. I can't get a hold of this fella. God, I just can't bring myself to put it back together like this. So, I think what we'll do, if I'm wrong, I'll take care of it for him. I think we're just going to do it proper. If I'm wrong, I'll take it apart and pull his hardware back out. But I did notice like the caliper bracket bolts were barely tightened. So, and there's, oh, I mean, I know Thor's pretty powerful, but you can tell when stuff is barely tight. So I think what we'll do, there probably was a lot of frustration going on at this point. I think we're going to do it the right way. You know how things go, and you get frustrated, and you're just pissed off, and things aren't going right, and you go in and tell the old lady, like, it's your problem now, old lady. And she screams at you, and you scream at her, and next thing you know, she's like, yeah, well, the oldest kid, he's not even yours. And all that because you couldn't get the rotor off. I don't know if that's how it goes down IRL, but that's a potential situation or scene that could happen. So we're going to make sure these caliper pins are lubed up. Why did I just lube that and then grab it right down there? Don't know. It's too into our story. I think these have some lube on them anyways, but we'll just make sure she's lubed all the way to the top. That's going to keep that sealed up good, keep it the pin from getting all rusty and crusty. They don't put a lot on them from the factory, so we'll do the same thing on this one. It's this orange grease. Where the heck do we get this stuff? Silicone Extreme. Ceramic Extreme, it's called. I don't know how it ended up in my shop. Not real sure. That's what we're using as today's flavor. The orange. It doesn't seem as gooey. I think I've used it before. I didn't 100% care for it. Oh, you ding dong. I should have wiped that brake dust off it. What a mess. Yeah, close enough. Close enough, folks. It looks like it has some kind of painted coating on it anyways, some kind of maybe some kind of zinc or galvanized type paint coating. There we go. Now this has anti-drag clips, so to speak. And it also has these little wings on it here that are flicked up. So when we stick the pads on, it's going to want to push them off, but those little wingy doodads will keep it from flying off. You'll see. You'll see what I'm saying. So we're going to give it a click. You'll hear it click. You ready? Click. Click. Take my word for it. It clicks and it keeps it from falling off. Okay? Makes sense? It does in my mind. Same thing over here. Ready? Listen, you'll hear it click. No, it doesn't really. Never mind. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. That's that. Let's throw it together. Get out the old Loctite. We're going to put a little Loctite on the caliper bolts. You can use never sees or nothing or whatever you want to do, but whatever you do, make sure you follow service info and use that procedure. We're just going to stick this up here for right now. Get them started. We'll get them torqued down. We'll get our, probably should have wiped our rotor off first, but so there's a fair amount of cross contamination going on already. I'm going to grab a torque spec and a torque wrench and torque these to factory specs. Baby. Now make sure you don't have a pigtail in that little guy. And what we'll do is we'll get this one started. Then we'll just swing her down. That keeps you from getting all the schmutz, a little schmutzy, all over everything. So we'll just go like that. We flipped it down and put the bottom bolt in. Well, I have to go get the torque specs and all that stuff and get this torque down here properly. And then we'll go see if the other side is a little more dramatic than this side. So I got the wheel off this side, folks. And we'll pull the caliper off. This one still has the screw in it. Looks a little boogered up though. We'll take in, wow, good thing we checked this side. This caliper is falling right off. Well, it's got a loose bolt. Must not have torqued the spec, obviously. I won't bore you with bracket removal unless the bolts are loose. Then we'll laugh and laugh and laugh, but they're not. We'll get these little guys off and we'll see what the deal is over here. This screw head's kind of messed up, so I'm not real sure. That one's not going to go. She's just going to break our Torx bit. Plan B. Alright, so first thing first, I think what we'll try and do is we'll try to just massage around the head of the bolt a little bit with an air hammer. See if the jiggly will get her loose. Music to my ears, baby. And then we'll try to do this. See if this works. It comes just like that, okay? Oh man, what a stupid video. When he said he is beating the hell out of these things, I thought, you know what, man, this is gonna be a great video. Boy, was I wrong. Well, folks, we're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to bore you with another brake job on a Chevrolet. Honestly, I might even throw this video into trash. It is kind of comical that the bolt was forgotten. However, we've all done stupid things. Right? Right. I've done it. You've done it. If you haven't done a stupid thing, you probably haven't done anything at all then at that point. So let's reminisce down in that comment section. Tell me what kind of silly thing you've done where you've had the, oh, son of a mother moment once you figure out why things weren't going your way, as perhaps this fella might have when I tell him you know, forgot one little tiny Torx bit screw in there. And that's where all the frustration came from. So leave that story in the comment section. We'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll all talk to each other, we'll have some fun. While you're down there, subscribe, ring the bell, find us on the Insta, the Facebook. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. So I can take all the bolts out. Thanks for watching.